Taurus, hey there cuties, Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for any placement of Taurus. I am going to speak to you like you're a Taurus sun sign. You can also cross watch here. You're welcome if you were just called to the title of the reading. Again, I am going to speak to you like you are a Taurus sun, however. This is a love reading. This is a love reading. We're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome and an overarching energy anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between. Just whomever you have on that sweet little Taurian brain of yours. Ooh, speaking of Taurus, speaking of you, Empress status, like those, she popped out so smooth. All up in your star status. Wow, look at you. Could be dealing with Aquarius or another Taurus or Libra. But feeling very, I feel like just feeling very empowered, feeling yourself, feeling strong in your own skin. Not in a weird egotistical power way. This is a weird message coming through because I talk about stepping into your power a lot with people in general. But this is not a stepping into in a power position where we're controlling people. It's a position where we no longer allow others to control us. Okay? Interesting stuff. So this is a love reading and we're going to get to it, I promise you. Anything you need to know about me, Taurus, you can find in the About section of my channel as well as on my website, which is linked in the About section of my channel. Let's get after your love life here, babies. Interesting energy going on already, so we'll see what happens. The energy you bring to the connection is look, the Empress did come out. You're dealing with an Empress as well. You really could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. You've got the Page of Swords in your energy. You could be keeping an eye on them. We'll get more. And we got the Knight or the King of Wands in your outcome. A lot of passion, a lot of strength going on here. I do feel like keeping an eye on somebody, maybe because they're in this sort of attracting mode. We'll get more to the, I feel like it might be somebody you have had either a marriage with. It looks like something that we've definitely invested in, and it could just be that we've invested in ourselves and leading us into a space where we're ready for this kind of commitment, this sort of marriage, passionate new beginnings that lead to marriage. With the Knight of Pentacles here as well. We do have, I see the Lovers card somewhere. Way down there. After lots of heartbreak. So I do feel like there was a strong connection in our past that we are letting go of that maybe was hard to let go of. Could have been with a Gemini or an Earth sign. Somebody that had us a little stressed out, feeling left out in the cold. I do feel like you have sort of eliminated that or are moving past that by way of investing into yourself. Which is leading you to passionate new beginnings that will last a lifetime. What the heck was that? Weird burst of energy there. That will last, passionate new beginnings. You're feeling inspired to things again. I feel like you weren't for some time. I feel like what it's saying is that you had sort of been needing to heal from something from your past that did break your heart, that felt very strong. But I feel like you've done that, and that is leading you towards passionate new beginnings. You're being inspired again by people, places, and things, which, again, when we are down for the count, when we're healing from pain, it's like we're not even interested. No matter how interesting somebody is, it's like, I can't even try to be interested in you at this time. But I feel like after doing some serious investing into yourself, your fruits are finally showing, and I think by way of you being inspired again, by way of you, okay, the work that I've been doing on myself is working. I'm starting to feel like love is interesting again, is what I'm getting right now. And I think you might have your eye on somebody that is piquing your interest. I think somebody has you inspired at this time. Curious, I guess, is the right word, what I'm getting right now. And then I feel like it's because they are in the midst of doing they're attracting things because they're not forcing you, they're not pushing you, they're not pressuring you. I think that they're interested in you. I think you're very attracted to them. But I think they're not chasing you, which is causing you to be more intrigued or more curious, which, again, that's how we attract things, is this Empress energy. So that is why you're feeling very attracted. There's also an energy of there is a connection here. We'll get more, obviously. Everybody's attracted to the Empress at the, so it's not necessarily that there's a connection, but I do feel like there's a lot of passion between the two of you, and that it will lead to, the King of Wands is about being inspired, but about taking action towards your inspirations. And I feel like this, in the outcome of this connection, is the King of Wands. Could be a Leo, also, by the way, but really means to me that we're taking action towards this connection. So I feel like the feeling must be mutual. The Justice card could be a Libra that you're dealing with pretty strongly because you've got two air signs there. You also have Aries and Sagittarius in your energy. A lot of powerful energy, my word. The Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, the Emperor, and the Justice card. There's so much power within those cards, but I do feel like it's about you ruling your own world, coming into a space where you have poured everything that you can diligently and integrally with the Justice card here. And so your rewards are coming, okay? Your payouts are coming. Again, I don't think they've come quickly. I think you've spent a lot of time diligently working on yourself, because I think you were feeling less than inspired by people, places, and things because you were kind of down for the count. I feel like you've done a lot of healing with the Justice card here, and I feel like you've done it all integrally. I feel like you haven't really cut any corners, and that's what's leading you to all of your blessings. We're going to get more in the form of this person, but also just in general in life. When you've done things the right way, again, it's not always easy. It's never easy, actually. It always takes a bit of stamina, if you will, or definitely a strong amount of faith, because a lot of times you will work very diligently on yourself, not necessarily hard. There won't be much resistance necessarily, but there won't be many payouts either when you're going towards things that are calling you from the spirit. And it looks like you've done the diligent work anyways. I just see you going and going and going and going, and it feels like it's been a forever, like a never-ending story. The creator saying you've done it like that, you know, that's what it takes, and all your payouts are coming. All right, so here we go. Feeling very inspired at this time and passionate. I do feel like your person's in the midst of doing some healing, which is bringing them into, this is how we get to choosing ourselves, choosing going against the grain is kind of what I'm getting on your person right now. Really doing the healing that needs to be done instead of taking the easy route, the shortcut, the instant gratification. They have decided to stay still and heal themselves in order to come into this Three of Wands energy, which to me means self-reliance. And it is about having done everything they need to do or they can do. And now it is in the creator's hands to, you know, they're not trying to force anything at this time, which is why everything is going to be attracted, because they've done things correctly, the same that you've done them, okay? The World card, the Death card, and the Ace of Cups. This could be somebody from your past, not for all of you. We do have Scorpio, Leo, any fixed sign, Libra, Taurus, Aries, Libra strong, Sagittarius, any air sign. But in the outcome here, it does talk about finishing a cycle, completing a cycle, and a transformation. So I do, sometimes when I see that Death card in the outcome of a connection, it does feel like it could be a connection that has transformed, or it could just be two individuals who have transformed to come into this connection, kind of a rebirth of the new yous, regardless. But oftentimes I feel like it's a rebirth of the connection. So this could be somebody from your past that you did invest in, and it maybe felt at that time like it was an investment that was for naught. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. Regardless, when you've done all the work like you have, and like they're in the middle of doing it, looks like you've already done the work and they're in the middle of doing the work. That's when we get the people that are meant for us, okay? The people, places, and things that are meant for us. So you can't lose or miss out by doing things the right way, by healing yourself first and then going after everything that you're feeling called to by the spirit, so from love. So this doesn't mean like chasing down people. This doesn't mean chasing fights down, like fighting people and shit. This means the things that you're called to by the spirit. So things that maybe feel like they'll fulfill you, right? But sometimes they feel a little big. Like let's say you're feeling called to be a singer. So we'll often sit in a space of doubting ourselves, and we won't go after those things. But I feel like you have healed yourself beyond that sort of self-doubt space. You're feeling very inspired again and feeling called to things. That is how we end up finding everything that is meant for us, by following our callings, listening to staying true to ourselves, basically listening to our inner voice. Again, in the outcome here, you do have the World card, which does signify a completion of a huge lifelong cycle, one where you are healing the perception of yourself. You have done all of this work on yourself, and now you see your own power. You see that you're just as worthy as everyone else, and no more worthy, by the way. I think that's an important place. There's like this, we need to know our power. We also need to understand that we are not any more powerful than anyone is capable of. Again, people may not be stepping into their power, but Everybody does have that capability, and we are not bigger than anyone, is what I feel like saying right now, which is a weird message. I never get that message. I'm always about empowering people. But then I watch, I have empowered people and then watched their ego take control of things, and I'm like, whoa, slow down. I mean, we are powerful beings. However, you don't just step on people's faces to get to the top of the mountain, okay? Like, that's not how we get there. Sorry, that's a weird message at the end, but I'm literally picturing somebody kind of just like with horns, by the way. They have horns on. This is not you. This is just an image of why I'm talking about it. And they're climbing a mountain, and again, they're using people's faces to clench onto and to step on with their giant, like, pointy-toed boots. Oh my God, it's so weird. So that's not the kind of power we're talking about. When I talk about being powerful, I talk about this Empress energy, where we allow all the things that are meant for us to come in. We allow the things that aren't to go, and we understand our own worth, but we also don't underestimate other people's. Okay? Interesting message. And then the Death card really is about a transformation where you have done all of the evolving that you really need to do in this lifetime. This is a huge, one of the biggest evolutions that you'll have in this lifetime. We have many of them where we kind of level up. This is a huge level up. I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to be a connection that is leveling up as a whole, bringing you into a space of sort of like you've done all the work, and the opportunity for love is here, the opportunity for emotional fulfillment anyways. And some of you, this is going to be a brand new person coming in that, with the Ace of Cups here. It could be a renewal of love or a brand new love connection coming in for you because you guys have done the diligent work. And you always know that you're ready for that. When choosing your partner has nothing to do with what anybody else will think. Okay, and when there's no fears or flinches left, that's how we know. When we're ready to be vulnerable with somebody, again, we're okay with them walking away as well. It's not going to feel good by any means, but we understand that what's for us is for us, what isn't. Willingness. It says you are able to compromise if the end result is love. That's so sweet. I do feel like there has been a bit of, again, this is for some of you, that this is a connection coming back where there's been sort of investments made, even hearts broken, and some pain in this connection, but the two people have gone separate ways to do some healing, and I think your person's still in the middle of that. I don't think this is coming in tomorrow, but I do feel like it is on the, the wheels are spinning is what I'm getting right now, and that things are going to be coming in here for you, regardless, like I said, even if it's, not the person that you have in mind or hope for. Maybe you have nobody in mind. What it's saying is that the right one is coming for you because of all of the work you've done, okay? That could be somebody from your past for some of you, and that could be somebody brand new coming in for some of you, okay? I love you so much, and I will see you guys next week. Mwah.